Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Look at that. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is July the 30th, 2018. Personal responsibility is a new counterculture. Deferral of gratification. Unconfiscatable. Hoard. Strong hand, people. There are no gatekeepers here. This is where the big boys play. And yeah, dudes, I am offended by selling Bitcoin. This game is not rigged. What you just heard, that was a lot of Adam Meister sayings right there. Okay, big boys, let's just jump right into this thing, because this is where the big boys play. Of course, it's Bitcoin. You either live in the fiat world where people live in anxiety talking about bulls and bears, or you live in a Bitcoin world where people sleep well at night knowing one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. That tweet is linked to below. It's from JC down in South Africa in the Johannesburg region. I met him in person when I was down there. I love all my Bitcoin brothers down there in South Africa. I think about all of you often. So that, again, guys, one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. You sleep well at night because you're not worrying, oh, it just went down $300. No. Be a long-term thinker, people. So JC's tweet was very good. You can follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, TECHBALT. I tweeted that one out earlier today, and it was a popular one. Now, of course, there are people who value their wealth in dollars still. They still get freaked out by these dollar movements, okay? They don't have strong hands. What can I say? Now, Andy Hoffman, he talks about these dudes sometimes. I linked to one of his Steam It posts from today. Now, something I find fascinating about Andy Hoffman, he catches patterns sometimes, like in terms of daily patterns. And he noticed that on Sunday nights, there seems to be some fiat turbulence quite often, Sunday night into Monday morning. I mean, depending on where you are located on this great big globe of ours. And well, anyway, if you get too caught up in this Sunday night thing, and you see, and you're like, oh, the price always drops on Sunday nights in terms of fiat, you're going to end up with a weak hand. You're going to get freaked out. But I think it needs some clarification here. I think this will strengthen some people's hands and just remind them that, hey, you just got to care about one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Every day of the week, 365 days of the year, that is true. But here we go. Yesterday, this is Andy. Yesterday, I wrote of the relentless selling pressure we have seen on essentially every Sunday night when futures markets open, which should be carefully monitored to see how much of the bear market mentality still remains, particularly in light of last Sunday's violent about face when the initial $200 price decline turned into a $1,200 surge. He goes on to say, last night, meaning Sunday night, last night didn't disappoint with paper sellers yet again at a time of day when few traders are active, attacking right away before buyers came in to fight them tooth and nail. All right, so I mean, a lot of you saw that, yeah, there was all sorts of trade. It went below $8,000 again. Oy vey! I mean, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say there? I mean, it's nothing. Who cares? And he's just pointing it out to you that there's some dudes out there trying to manipulate it, trying to get you weak hands to sell, but it's not as successful lately. I mean, the price just keeps bouncing back in terms of dollars. But who cares? You shouldn't be valuing your wealth in terms of dollars. You should be valuing it in one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Adam throws out some Yiddish terms. Pound that like button. Maybe Hoffman should do some Yiddish. He should throw some in for all you Meshuggahs out there. All you Meshuggahs that freaking value your wealth in freaking dollars, and you're going crazy. You're a Meshuggah. You should, if you value your one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin, you'll sleep well at night. All right. So here is, again, this tweet I'm going to share with you is about Well, it's about having a strong hand and being patient and value. I mean, I think valuing your wealth in Bitcoin. It's strong hand, intergenerational wisdom. Just as, Hoffman gives us that strong hand, intergenerational wisdom. Here's another dude from a different background. Who is this? JP O'Shaughnessy. Anyway, it's linked to below. I can't pronounce his Irish name, whoever this guy is. I'm screaming about Yiddish. I can't pronounce Irish. All right. Often, I don't even know if this guy's, it looked like an Irish last name. I'm butchering everything. Often in investing, the best thing to do is nothing. It's boring. It's incredibly dull. You won't have any great stories about your market savvy at dinner parties. But if you can simply remain dispassionate about all the emotionally charged things happening around you day to day, you will come out ahead of virtually everyone else in the long term. Want proof? I wrote most of this in 2006, and it is as relevant today as it was then, and will possibly be equally relevant in 2026. Dude, you're whoever you are, Irish, whatever, you're a strong hand, dude. You're reminding everyone. This is not about showing off at dinner parties. This is about just taking that straight and narrow tortoise path. While everyone tries to do flashy things to brag to their friends, they lose all their Bitcoin, and we'll get into that in a second. While you hold on to your Bitcoin, and by 2021, 2024, whatever so-called faraway date you want to talk about, you're in great freaking shape. So pound that like button. Follow me on Twitter at TechBalt. Follow me on Steam at Bitcoin Meister. Trezor, Ledger Nano, get them at Crypto HW Wallet with my affiliate links below. Shirts you can get at my affiliate links below too. Always check out the notes section, disruptmeister.com. That is, of course, where you can see all my old shows, which are they're just, you learn a lot. You can see how I've stuck to the same path, and it's if you stuck to that path, you're doing pretty darn well. But again, it's just about spreading the long-term thinking, and that Bitcoin is the rock. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. That's the story. That's the story that I'm preaching for quite a while. And you can't, anyway, it goes up, it goes down. You can't get that emotional about it. You got to stay dispassionate, as that dude said. Okay. And, I mentioned Yiddish. Again, that is a language. It's a dead language. It's gutter German. If you're Jewish, you should learn Hebrew. That's the modern language of the Jews. The Yiddish language is we could poke fun at it now and everything. There's some funny terms like Meshuggah, but it's old. It's over. We're not in the exile anymore. The return to the Jewish homeland has clearly happened, and it will be the Jews forever and ever. They will control it forever. So properly, and so when you talk about Yiddish, you talk about the time of the exile, when we were exiled from the homeland, but now the homeland is in complete control of the Jewish people. Praise Hashem. Properly storing, here is something from Matt Odell. I'm turning into a Saturday show here all of a sudden. Matt Odell tweet here about properly storing Bitcoin. Properly storing Bitcoin is all about the trade-off between convenience and security. There is no one-size-fits-all approach. If you are storing large amounts, you should use multiple methods. I have created the infographic below to help make this trade-off more clear. Guys, check out that link. His infographic is very helpful. Retweet it so people realize what they're getting into if they're not putting their stuff on a Trezor. If they're like, oh, my phone is really safe or my computer is really safe. There's trade-offs here, people. Convenience for security. Check him out. All right. Deferral of gratification, people. Deferral of gratification, a key to everything in life, not just Bitcoin, everything. Also, if you have any events, send them to me. I'll promote them because you're in motion. I appreciate people who are in motion, even when I don't go to their events. And by the way, Boise is coming up soon on the 8th of August. That's a big event. That's linked to below. Los Angeles is on the 11th, and Philadelphia is on the 18th. CryptoCoinCon.com, all linked to below. I have an announcement to make that for a lot of September and October and November, I'm going to be in Santiago, Chile for 2 months straight, baby. So I'll post more about that soon. And to the reminder to all the new people out there, yeah, I travel around. I don't live anywhere, but I also post a new show here every single day. You're going to get your Bitcoin Meister taste every day if you come here. And it's original stuff. I'm not just reading off of some CoinDesk article or whatever, certain people, I don't know. I go out there, I see the tweets, I read other articles that have nothing to do about Bitcoin. I tie them into Bitcoin. I use my head here. If you like intelligent stuff, you come here. If you're a 20%er, you come here. If you like fancy graphics, you go to other places and you become a poor person, or you're already poor and you're a no-coiner most likely. Pound that like button. Okay, Udi Wertheimer, who I think is in Israel. I think have I met him in Tel Aviv? I don't know. Anyone? Okay, this is about not getting caught up into the flavor of the month altcoin pumps that keep on happening and will keep on happening. Anyone remember the Dash pump of early 2017? The price went 10x in months, while King of the Trolls was on about how Dash is better than Bitcoin because of governance and cash, and its community rambled about adoption. If you believe that, you lost 70% of your Bitcoin. No, okay, and then he went on to say, nowhere did I say Dash won't be making a profit in the future, but buying during the hype due to King of the Trolls marketing pitch was an objective mistake. Whether or not this will be the same with other coins, King of the Trolls hypes with similar stories is left as an exercise for the reader. Okay? So King of the Trolls, I'm not going to say his name. I don't say his name here. You guys probably don't remember it, but before Bcash came around, he was saying how great Dash was, and he was actually buying these altcoins, and he probably did really well because he probably dumped them before they went down. The thing is, you cannot time these things. Once these things, their hype cycle starts, and if you buy in during the pump, you end up in a horrible situation where you lose 70% of your value in terms of Bitcoin. You're valuing it in dollars, and you don't realize that, sure, it's staying up there in dollars, but in terms of Bitcoin, it's going down. And you could probably realize that with all of them now. I mean, they've gone down a lot in fiat too. So, I mean, if you end up with a bag holder of one of these altcoins that's been hyped up, hey, and I'm not trying to, and just like Uri said, Dash will pump again. They'll all pump again. They'll all pump again. But, you know, the honest thing about Dash, if we're talking about Dash, is they are going, if they're going to be successful, they're going to have real adoption. Do they have real adoption? That's up to them. Good luck to them. Do you want to play with that, or do you just want to realize one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin? You don't mess with the other things because you don't know when it's going to pump, when it's going to dump. And again, the altcoin flavor of the month, back then in 2017, governance was a big thing. Governance. So Decred jumped into that flavor of the month thing for a while. And people, and I even mentioned, I had a Decred guy on the show. Charlie Lee talked about Decred. Again, Charlie Lee was holding his Bitcoin. Adam Meister was holding his Bitcoin. People sent me Decred. Yeah, whatever. Great. Thanks for the Decred, dudes. Pound that like button. But the thing is, you cannot time the, there's going to be more and more flavors of the months based on governments or governance or cash. They're flavor of the month themes. You know, what is going to make my coin the next Bitcoin? Again, governance was one of the things. Maybe anonymous, that maybe that'll be another thing soon again. It all repeats. The fact is, Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. Remember that. So where else are we going here? Oh yeah, Jamison Lopp has a tweet out here. I hope I'm not forgetting anything here. I always feel like I am. No, I've mentioned the events I'm going to be speaking at soon, where I'm going to be. And I'm in Edmonton right now, everybody. I'm here until Thursday. I'll be trying to do shows a little bit earlier in the day, trying. Anyway, Bitcoin, this is from Jamison Lopp. He makes a very good point also. Bitcoin white paper purists should take note that the following things are not described in the white paper. So this is for all the people that are like, if it's not in the white paper, it's not Bitcoin, okay? I mean, you can't treat that thing like it's a god, like it's Hashem, okay? Because there's only one God, that's Hashem. Anyway, so multi-sig mining pools, 21 million coin cap, GPU and ASIC mining, 10-minute block times, HD address generation, best chain equals cumulative proof of work, not longest chain, and much, much more. Okay, dudes, that link is below. You can see what. So yeah, don't be a purist of the white paper. Things evolve. Again, it seems like a lot of Bcash people. I don't want to make generalizations, but King of the Trolls likes to refer to the white paper as if it was sent from Hashem. Okay. And James DeGorico says the game is about accumulating more Bitcoin. Dude, you better believe it, James. You know it. Thanks for that $1.99 super chat, dude. Just keep on getting more Bitcoin, people. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. Respect the money, though. Respect it. Again, if you find money on the ground, oh my God, do I have a story about finding money on the ground? I'll save that for Saturday, a Saturday show. Someone remind me. There was a drug addict outside. I mean, he had $40 of Canadian money on the ground, and I didn't see the drug guy at first, drug user, not drug dealer, excuse me. And I was just like, this is not normal. I'm not finding $40 on the ground here. Thank God I didn't pick it up because he showed up real quick. And he was insane, obviously. He lifts his shirt right away, and he's got 2 holes in his stomach from where he's been shot before. Okay, I gave you the whole story. So pound that like button. So let's go back actually to the Saturday show. You should all watch it. Now, not everybody watches the Saturday show, because it's the Beyond Bitcoin show, but I talked about an Andreas Antonopoulos video that I linked to below. And it was called Measuring Success, Price or Principle. And he was trying to, his talk was about when is Bitcoin a success? When have we won? And I don't like the we won thing. I'd like to think, well, when will Bitcoin be a success? Now, at the 3250 mark in that video, and again, it's linked to below, he basically says Ripple is centrally controlled. It was a great rip on Ripple. Totally awesome rip on Ripple. But so I started thinking, for me, when should I consider Bitcoin a success? And it's when more and more 20%ers out there are in a situation because of their Bitcoin holdings where they can say anything they want to, and they don't have to fear of being, fired. It's that uncensorable aspect of Bitcoin. The more and more dudes or dudettes that are in uncensorable situations because of Bitcoin, where they know that their wealth can't be taken away from them anymore, and they can just say anything. That it's awesome. Just like how I was talking about Israel before and everything. I can say anything I want to about it because Adam Meister is a Zionist. Look at that. Adam Meister is a Zionist. And so I am in that situation where I can say anything. I can tell all you guys in the middle of a video about Bitcoin. I can tell you that, what Zionism is. It is an awesome thing. The Jewish people, it is the land of Israel is theirs. That's all it is. It's the eternal homeland of the Jewish people. So I am uncensorable. No one can take from me now. No one can take my Bitcoin. I can say anything I want to. I can talk about South Africa, the situation that's there, how it's ridiculous, that far. So many guys, they're not in these type of situations. They can't say how they really feel. So the more people that can say what they really feel because of Bitcoin, because they're in situations because of Bitcoin, then that's when Bitcoin is successful. And it's 20%ers are the only ones that are going to even go down that path. Because here's another thing that Andreas brought up too. In the cryptocurrency space, let's talk about the internet. The internet is dominated by 80%er type of stuff. It's bread and circuses. It's corporately controlled. And everyone complains about it, screams about it. But still, there's plenty of 20% stuff out there on the internet. You just have to know where to find it. Bitcoin is on the internet. That's a 20%er type of thing. It's always, in whatever realm you get into, the 80%ers are going to dominate. The mainstream is going to dominate. Okay, so in terms of cryptocurrency, the mainstream is going to dominate. There's going to be country-specific cryptocurrencies, centralized cryptocurrencies like Ripple. And already people are pouring in saying how great Ripple is, how great all these centralized things are. But who cares? As a 20%er, you know that Bitcoin is the one. You stick around the Bitcoin realm. You hold your Bitcoin. It's unconfiscatable. You're going to do well holding on to it. Let the 80%ers come into the cryptocurrency. Some of them will pump up the price of Bitcoin too. So that's one of the very interesting points that he brought up during the video. So you just don't complain and say, oh, all these Ripple people are coming in. No, you've got Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's doing well for you. And you found it, and now you can't be stopped. If you're messing around with Ripple and putting all your holdings in the Ripple and all these centralized things, you're probably not going to be in the situation where you don't have to fear being fired or having to fear what you say, that you're going to be judged, that you have to fit in. That's all. Those things are about being in the fitting in realm still. Okay, Bitcoin, you don't have to worry about fitting in. You can do, and you're going your own way totally. And when the more and more people that realize that and get into the situation because of Bitcoin, where they can understand that truly, that is when Bitcoin is successful. All right. So I've talked about so many subjects today. But hey, I could do that. I mean, right now, because of Bitcoin, this show could just become me picking my nose. No one can stop me. It's awesome. Okay, here it says, Anthony, this dude from France, Anthony Monero, says King of the Trolls said that Bcash will be on Coinbase in 2017. Okay. Did you mean Dash? Because Bcash has been on Coinbase since the end of 2017. So if King of Trolls said that, he was correct. If you meant to say Dash because you said brash, you spelled it brash. No, Dash. There were always rumors about Dash being on Coinbase, and they're going to be again, and that'll pump the price of Dash. Is it worth the gamble? Again, someone in the super chat, and thank you for Anthony for that. Someone in the super chat had asked me about Ethereum Classic being on Bitcoin. Should I buy it now? Because the rumor is tomorrow it's going to be on it. No, you don't buy it. You just hold your Bitcoin. I took a screen capture from his chat, Anthony Monero said. Are you talking about Dash? Or are you talking about Bcash? You can say, I'm looking at the chat right now. You don't have to do another super chat. I thank you for the 229 in euros. Actually, the 460 in euros. Thank you, dude. Yeah, someone also says, who cares about Dash and B-Trash? That's a good point. You really shouldn't care about it. You should, again, value your wealth so again, the point is, if you hear rumors about something going to be on Coinbase or whatever, don't worry about it. Bitcoin's on there already. and that's what matters. All right. So I was going to talk. I know I got to talk about it because it's in the link section below. I was talking Jarrett, who lives in Edmonton, who's one of the guys behind forkdrop.io. If you want to learn about all these crypto dividends, go to their site. Jarrett is a really smart guy. He was hanging out with me the other night, and I really learned a lot from him. It was funny. I asked him about some weird forks, and he said, well, now again, I'm not promoting this, but I haven't been paying attention to the Bitcoin crypto dividends lately because you can't easily get them. And ForkDrop actually provides like an open source method that allows you to claim these things. It is not simple though. Check out forkdrop.io. I trust those dudes, okay? They are good dudes. But he told me about, and we were talking about gimmicks beforehand in the show. Bitcoin, this one's called Bitcoin Origin. B-Origin, we'll call it for now on. It's a pentafork gimmick. It's not just forking from Bitcoin, it's forking from Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bcash, and Dash. I mean, what are they going to think of next, man? What are they going to? So I just thought it was hilarious. But we're talking about Lightning Network also, Jared and I, and he is in the Lightning Network. He's a smart dude. He wants this area to be like the Lightning Network hub of the world. Go ahead. Come on, Lightning Network. People move to Edmonton or get involved with these dudes in Edmonton. But what I realized when talking, there's so much work to be done still. This stuff is not easy. Again, the open source stuff that he has on ForkDrop in order to, again, it's forkdrop.io, to claim some of these crypto dividends, it is some complex stuff. we need more people to make this easier. And there's so many people in our space that they just talk and talk and talk about, they use all these catchphrases, all these buzzwords, and so much. So people think we're a little bit more progressed than we are. We're not. I mean, people there's so much left to be built. And just the user interfaces need to be, and these are opportunities. There are solutions out there. You got to come up with some of these solutions, and you're going to become rich as anything if you can take advantage of these opportunities. So, I mean, I think it's really bullish how early we are in this, and we need more tech guys. We need more tech guys too. If you're a tech guy, you're going to be able to build a lot that's going to be able to solve a lot of problems here. It is a wild, wild west world out there. Do not get caught up in some of the talkers, though. Don't you're gonna end up losing your Bitcoin if you start following some of these talkers. But just hold your Bitcoin, make sure it's safe. And if you are a tech guy, you can be a builder. There's opportunities. Now, speaking of opportunities, again, there is, and I mentioned this on Saturday's show, there's no customer service in Bitcoin. We already know that. That's just not the way Bitcoin is. You could start your own customer service business. And I even said, buy this URL, people. I don't know if it's still available or not, but for you entrepreneurs, btccustomerservice.com. Buy it, start your own customer service. You can go a lot of different ways with this. There's so many people looking for knowledge, and they need a serious source of knowledge that is reliable, that isn't going to try to scam them, that's real customer service. And you can go a lot of different ways with this customer service theme, because there are no gatekeepers here. There is no customer service that comes with Bitcoin. There is no centralized office. Okay, Anthony again sends 229 in euros. Thank you, dude. He says, King of the Trolls posted it in chat one day before Coinbase. So, okay, you're saying that he had inside knowledge of Bcash going on Coinbase. Yeah, it's an old story. I mean, are you going to hate on? I mean, yeah, that happened. I mean, what's the big deal? It's the wild, wild west out there. Are other coins going to bribe other exchanges to get on there? And is there going to be insider knowledge of those guys that hold those coins? And are they going to be able to make huge profits? Yeah. So what? Take personal responsibility. Just hold your Bitcoin. I mean, yeah, King of the Trolls is getting richer. That's great. Good for him. I'm getting richer too by holding my Bitcoin. I'm not worried about what other people are doing or with their altcoins and how they're bribing. I mean, I'm just telling people to be careful. That stuff goes around. And if you fall for it, then it's your fault. If you're like, King of the Trolls said X, Y, Z and it didn't happen, he messed me up. No, you messed yourself up. You followed this guru and then you made a mistake. Move on. You take personal responsibility for what you do. Don't worry about what other people are doing. You hold on to that Bitcoin. That's it. That's what life is all about. We're living in an era. Again, personal responsibility is the new counterculture. We're living in an era where everyone is dependent on someone else, or maybe the government, whoever. If something goes wrong, they want to blame other people. They want to scapegoat other people. This is not about scapegoating. And my people should especially know that. The Jewish people should know that. We don't scapegoat. Take personal responsibility. We are the scapegoats of all time. We are blamed for everything. You blame us for everything. Go ahead. You're just going to be a no-coiner. Blame us for everything, and what are you going to do? You're just going to go in circles in life. They're trying to blame people. You're never going to take personal responsibility. So I laugh at all those people that come up with all the conspiracies about the Jews and everything like that. I find it hilarious because they think they're making a difference. The only place they're making a difference is in their own lives. They're becoming bigger and bigger losers and missing out on more and more opportunities because they feel like they have to blame some other mysterious group of people for why they suck and why they haven't taken personal responsibility to make themselves better. Again, you're not going to become better in life, people, unless you do something. Sitting there isn't going to, you take personal responsibility, you make a plan, you hold your Bitcoin, it's great. Or you can just blame people and be a no-coiner. I'm Adam Meister, Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out the notes section below. And baby, I got to tell every single one of you people, there's nothing like being able to say whatever the heck you want to say. And just know that who cares? No one can stop me. No one can fire me. No one can censor me. I'll see you guys in the chat. Thanks. Bye.